everybody and welcome to another video. If this is your first time here, hi, how are you? My name is Eleftheria and I am an app developer. This video is going to be a Q&A. I asked you both on Instagram and on Twitter and here on YouTube to leave me some questions and I will do my best to answer it. So thank you very much for your questions. Before we get started, if you could like and share that video, it would be awesome. Secondly, if you check the description, you will find all the questions and the timestamps, so you can jump on whatever you want. But I would suggest you to watch the whole video. And now I think that we can start. So I will start with some questions that are quite general and are like, about programming and stuff like that. And then in the second part, I will continue with some questions about Bootstrap, about APIs. And again, like the third part is going to be some things that are coming in the future. Okay, grab some water, grab some tea or some coffee, and let's get started. So the first question says, which programming languages I know? Well, I will start with HTML and CSS, and you will say that this is not a programming language. Okay, I see that. But I do know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I have worked with D3.js, which is a data visualization library, and then AngularJS. I also know like just a little bit of Java, C and C++, but only the very basic things. I have also took some courses about React and Vue.js, but I haven't worked professionally in these two things. And currently I am working with Kotlin for app programming. So this is the things that I mostly work with. Okay, the next question says, what languages do I currently code in? So currently I code in Kotlin, and right before that I was working with AngularJS. The third question is, which one is my favorite language? And I don't think that I have an answer here because it depends on the project that I'm working in. I'm very familiar with JavaScript, so I like to code in JavaScript, but that doesn't mean that I don't like Kotlin or I don't like something else. For example, I really like D3.js and I used to work a lot with D3.js. The fourth question says, are you a motivational speaker? Thank you very much for that question, because I'm not sure if a lot of people know that I'm also a speaker. So for those of you that don't know that, I'm also a public speaker, which means that I'm going to conferences and I give some talk there. Sometimes I am a motivational speaker because I like to talk about motivation, inspiration, how to keep going, like hustle. All these things are something that I'm really interested in. I'm very passionate on that field. And a lot of people ask me questions like that. So I really like to answer those kind of things. But I'm not only a motivational speaker. I also talk about UX, UI, and coding. So let's go to the fifth question, which says, how do you stay motivated through the day? I also answered that question on my previous video. You can check the description box and you will find the previous video. But through the day, I usually have a to-do list that I have done the previous day. So I'm trying to check everything and do everything from my list. If that list is done, then I'm happy and I feel motivated to keep going and keep pushing myself. So most of the days, that's how I keep myself motivated. But of course, there are days that some bad things will happen, so I'm not going to be able to finish that list, but that's still okay, because every new day is a new opportunity to make cool things. So I always have that on my mind and I'm always just keep going and going. Okay, next question says, as a programmer, how do you get ideas when building an app? Or in general, I think? No, it says like specific for apps. Well, the first thing is to find your inspiration. You can check out other apps. For example, if you are like building, I don't know, an app like Bold or an app that you call taxis or cabs. There are so many other apps that do the same thing, so you can go there and check all those other apps. If it's something more specific about the design, again, you can copy the masters. There's no problem there. So again, check out other apps or go to sites like Dribble or CodePad and find inspiration there for the specific things that you want. Next question. How do you start with UX and UI? I am a backend developer. So if you are a backend developer, maybe you don't know a lot of things about UX and UI, and that's cool. You can start learning now. Read books, watch things, and try to really observe. Don't just watch or don't just read something. Try to put it into action. So when you build something, have users, ask them how do you feel about that, and really observe them. This is a very big and general question, so I cannot just answer it in this video, but again, down in the description box I will have a playlist with a free UX UI course that I did like a couple of months ago, and I would suggest you to take a look into that. Maybe it would be very helpful for you, and if you need like more information, leave a comment below and I will do my best to answer it. So now let's move into our main part, that is about API and Bootstrap. And the next question says, how do I use API? How do I learn more about that? And how do I build projects? Well, obviously APIs, it's really important thing. It's how you get your data, how you can like push your data, how you can work with in general like data. So it's really important. I don't know if your background is in front-end or back-end developer, but either way you must be really good at APIs calls. You will totally need them. Now you can do a lot of practice with them. Just go to freecode.com, Udemy, Udacity, and you will find a lot of courses, maybe even for free, that teach you things about APIs. But of course, it's really important and you should know about that. Okay, and the other question that is about Bootstrap is, I am a developer and I use Bootstrap. Should we compile our custom CSS with Bootstrap and convert it to a single file and use it? So the quick answer here is that you should like keep your files straightforward. You shouldn't combine that much Bootstrap with your own CSS. Don't override Bootstrap and keep your files simple. When you go to production, you want to minify your files. So just do that, minify your files. And the next question that goes along with that one, it says, should we use a Bootstrap CDN? And no, again, if you go to production, you should have downloaded everything from Bootstrap that you want, because otherwise it's not very safe. But if you're working on a project on your own, or if it's not something public, then yeah, you can do that. Just use the faster way of doing things. And the third question, which again is similar to the previous two ones, it says which is the best way I like to compile everything or use a CDN. And my answer here would be to compile everything and minified everything. So in that way it's going to be more safe and more light for your user, and obviously this is something that you want. Okay, I think that these were the questions for that video. I hope that you enjoyed that video, and also please don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and also just comment below your questions. Alright guys, that was it. I hope that you're having a lovely day, and see you really soon with another video.